Right, so first ever video on the channel. We're going to centre it around November. So in this first video, I'm just going to break down what No Nut November is, sort of my experience with stuff like this, benefits, and yeah, we're just going to try and cover as much as we can. And then from the 1st to the 30th of November, I'm going to try and upload a video every day and just cover sort of what's going on, how, if it's affected me in any sort of way, or if it's all just a bit of a myth. So I'd like to start with just covering what it is. So the whole idea is abstinence from day 1 to day 30. So that's no sex, no masturbation, nothing like that. And just sort of retaining, I think is a word that they use a lot. So yeah, they're sort of like the general rules. And yeah, so in terms of past experience, I have tried stuff like this before. So I kind of know. Well, I say I kind of know. I know that there might be sort of real benefits, or if there's sort of a placebo effect. So I suppose in this, the way if I film it every day, if I film myself every day, I can almost, I say like document from if there are actual benefits or not, because it's sort of hard to gauge what's actually happening, because obviously there's no science behind it, there's nothing like that. It's all just, what people have said. There's videos out there on YouTube already, which they have a bit of a following, and they've started to gain more and more traction. So that's my sort of experience. I mean, I've probably done a month before in the past, so this shouldn't be like overly difficult. But I know obviously it comes with its challenges and that. So in terms of benefits, from what I've researched, you're meant to get more energy, you're meant to get more confidence, you're meant to have more sort of more time, more clarity, stuff like that. Now, none of those things that I've mentioned can actually be sort of measured. So there is obviously that idea that it's a placebo and it's all in your head. Now, me personally, I don't want to say if it is placebo or not, but when we get to the last day, or maybe even after the last day, I'll make a breakdown and I'll listen to all the videos back, and I'll try and work out if there has been something, if there has been a change, or if it's all just a bit of a myth. Because I think originally when No Nut November started, it was a meme, and people were just, I mean, you'll still see memes about it now, all over Twitter and YouTube and stuff. So it's one of them where people do it as a bit of a joke. And some people some people live by it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that should be. I mean, I think I've covered most stuff. So I'm going to try and do daily videos. So day 1, starting on, I think it's Monday, and then every day, Monday, the 1st to the 30th. Now, I don't know if people are gonna. I mean, I don't know if people will actually see this video or see any of the videos. So I don't know if anyone's actually doing it as well. But I mean, if I do happen to get 10 views, maybe like a comment would be, it would be nice to see if someone's actually trying to do it with me. And yeah, I'm just going to try and document every day and see what's going on, and then I can use that as sort of like a reference point in the future. Now, I just quickly wanted to go over a few tips that I've used in the past to sort of get through the not the 30 days, but to get through a streak. So the best thing that I do is, I mean, you probably all know that social media, so like your Instagrams and your YouTubes and your Twitters, they'll lead you down the path of failing your challenge, if you know what I mean. So I think the best way is to just not use them as much. And obviously everybody knows when you've got an urge to, bash one out and that. So you've just got to find other ways, like other things to do to not do that. Whether that means, go for a walk, go for a jog, do some push-ups or something, just anything to not touch you downstairs. That's the only things I can offer. Now, it's gonna be one of them where we could get to the final day, and I'll be thinking, what a waste of time. I've gone through all these days and I've not gained a single benefit. And it's all just been in my head. But it's one of them where you've got to try it, and if you try it, you might gain something from it. If not, then at least you made the effort. It's a month, and I'm sure you can give away a month. So, yeah. Now, maybe for anyone who wants sort of like another way of measuring their success or failure, I'd recommend maybe doing something like this, like what I'm doing, or just to go on your notes app and just jot down every day how you feel, and how your day's gone, and how sort of if you've really struggled that day, or if you found it easy, something like that. So day 1 all the way up to day 30, and then you've got a reference point, something to look back on. It's one of them where if you get to the final day and you've got nothing to look back on, you're probably just going to think, oh, well, I've gained nothing from this. But you might have done, and you might have just not realised it. See, now I do feel like there's two sort of sides to this story of like No Nut November, where people would argue, like, yeah, porn is bad, but you won't gain benefits from not doing anything, from abstinence. Whereas other people would say porn's bad and you will gain stuff from this, like you will gain more energy and stuff like that. So again, like I've already mentioned, this is going to be a way of actually documenting that. So we'll see it as like an experiment. And like, this is the first video I've ever made, so apologies if it's all a bit all over the place. I mean, I have tried to film it, all in one take, but it's all a bit off. So, yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything there is to cover. If someone does see the video, please, like I've already said, drop a comment and just see if tell me if you're trying to do something like this as well. And yeah. So the first video will obviously be from Monday the 1st, and it'll go all the way through to the 30th. And thanks for watching, I guess.